You've got to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk? Are you feeling lucky?
Awkward pause. All right. Good start. The date is not important because I don't know when this is coming out. Don't know when this is coming out. But this right now is episode 3.
Yep, your math is good.
Episode 3 of Feelin Lucky. Can't believe we made it this far.
Yeah. Well, I think we had 5 episodes when we get shut down.
I think I put mine at 7. I put mine right at 7.
I want to say I had mine at 5.
Yeah. So at least we got 2 to 4 more.
Yeah. Plenty of time to muck it up.
Yeah.
So we are shooting. This is a late night episode for us. We have all been drinking quite a bit, so we're actually also gonna shoot 2 episodes tonight because JJ is going on vacation. So we're gonna get 2 in, and it's gonna get fucking sloppy.
Yeah, it's gonna be a double header that none of us really needed
nor wanted on
a Thursday night.
Yeah.
At least it's Thursday though. So I mean, you just gotta suffer through Friday, and then you got the weekend to kind of recover from it.
It's good.
So it could be worse. We could be doing this on a Monday. Oh wait, we got drunk on this last Monday.
You want to get into that?
Yeah,
I don't even know how that happened.
We can.
We're celebrating?
No, we were. It was very much not a celebration. Someone we know didn't do well on the test, so we went out.
Just leave it at that.
Very much not a celebration. Very much got incredibly drunk.
How do you guys feel about that? When you get in like a bad spot, do you need to drink more or less? Ooh. Not because it wasn't like a bad spot, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't like drinking if I'm like upset, just because I'm really worried about like where the night's gonna end up for me.
I guess.
Oh, see, I'm all about it, man. If I'm pissed off, I'd be like, dude, let's just get the fuck after it tonight. I'm putting the shit, aside, and I'm getting fucked up with the boys tonight.
That's fair.
That's fair.
Yeah. No, I like that move a lot.
No, I'm probably closer to that side of the argument, I would say.
Yeah.
It helps.
It does help.
Drinking fixes all your
problems.
problems.
It doesn't fix them, but it just puts them off, which is sometimes all you need.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just as good as fixing them, really.
It's like time traveling. I'm not thinking about the problems right now. I'll putting them off until like the day when I deal with stuff.
Right.
But if it's like the night before, I don't want to think about it. I don't want to deal with it. So yeah. But yeah, so we were out on Monday. This is a Thursday. We're shooting on a Thursday after I was on a happy hour already, and I did the after show, which I love, but it just means that I'm going to get pretty sloppy tonight.
Yeah, it's a lot of drinking for you. I was out playing volleyball, so did about a pitcher.
I got drunk at Cheesecake Factory.
For those of you that don't know what a Cheesecake Factory is,
everybody knows what a Cheesecake Factory is.
Are they nationwide?
I think they're all over the place.
Okay,
they're just
it's like a
It's a chain restaurant, but they have awesome cheesecake.
They have aren't they like known for having the biggest menus on the planet too? Don't they have like you can get any kind of food there?
I don't know,
I think
but
so.
The girl behind the bar making my old fashioned does not fuck around. Oh shit, that shit is stiff.
Well,
Love
shout
that.
out to Cheesecake Factory.
I thought you could, at least like back in the day, I remember we went there in like high school, and the waitress was like, you can just like take the menus, like, because they like get new menus. I think it's like once a month or something. So
yeah, because they have such a big. I think I'm not far off saying that.
Yeah, I think it rotates definitely. But yeah, when person was like, yeah, like you can just like take the menus. So we like took them, and I had a Cheesecake Factory menu in like the back of my car for like a year and a half.
Fine.
I'd like clean my car. I'd find and be like, I want to keep this, and then I just toss it back in. Shit's nice. It's laminated. It's nicer than some of the textbooks I had in college.
Yeah, I mean, like, you can't fuck up a laminated menu, but you can, for sure, fuck up a textbook in college. I did that many times. Had to pay out the ass for them.
Yeah, dude, fuck textbooks. Like,
yeah, you're still going through that. That's tough. At Platteville, UW Platteville, that's where I went to college. You could rent your textbooks, but if you like messed them up at all, like any kind of water damage, anything, they would look through it and then they'd charge you for the whole textbook.
I feel like
So,
UW Milwaukee does something like that. I don't.
It's nice, but then like
I think I ruined all my textbooks. If I'm being honest.
Yeah.
I don't know if any of them really made it.
I mean, it happens. What are you gonna do?
It's tough. But yeah,
It's not
so
like you're ever gonna use them again.
yeah. But throwing back Monday night, we played a lot of bar drinking games with dice.
What was the penny drinking
Oh
game?
yeah, that was.
Do you know what that was called?
So it was called Penny Drop.
It was so
and
cool.
so like the whole premise is you have 8 pennies. Each person has 8 pennies, and you roll a dice, and whatever number that you get on the dice, you can put a penny in that numbered slot.
Do you remember the name of the bar?
Bar
It's really
none.
bad to say.
Bar none.
The owner. We were drinking with the owner.
Yeah.
And she was fucking awesome.
Yeah, we didn't plan on staying there
was-
all night. We wanted like one drink, and
Yeah.
we did like probably 6 or 7 shots apiece.
She's someone that would for sure let us go in and like shoot an episode there.
Oh yeah.
Just saying. You
Yeah,
weren't
we
there
should
with us.
definitely.
No, I wasn't there. But that kind of begs the question: is like, what kind of drinking games do people play nationwide? You
Because
know?
a lot of
Because
places.
I don't think Penny Drop.
No.
Is
I'd never
common,
heard of it.
No,
I had
yeah, it's my
never
first
heard
time
of
ever
it.
playing that.
Or until Monday, I guess.
I don't know if people play like Tower and Bar Dice.
But
Like,
bar dice isn't. I think bar dice is exclusively a Wisconsin thing.
It might be.
Is it?
I believe because of like laws about gambling. I don't think it's legal in many
Huh.
other states.
I was, we have the typical like Boom Cup or Rage Cage or whatever you want to call it. Beer pong, fucking all those games. But like, what kind of games do like people play at bars?
Yeah.
That,
other than like bar dice and
It's
shit.
actually, I should find out when I go on my trip to Colorado. Just like start asking bars what they do, because like every single time we step into a bar, if we're not with like a big group of people, we're playing some sort of like
For
bar
sure.
dice with the bar.
Yeah.
Like on Monday, it was 4 of us.
Yeah, and the bartender,
And,
well, the owner.
And but we were just nuzzled up to the bar and just playing awesome drinking games. What was the one with the dice and
Oh,
the
shut box.
shut box? That was a really fun game. But yeah, that's a good question. I'd like to know, because if that's crazy to think that like what else would you do at like a dive bar?
Right.
I love dive bars so much. What else would you do other than bar dice?
Just get fucking tanks and $3 shots.
I guess. Yeah.
But
I-
it's so much more fun if you can play some sort of gambling game.
Right.
it's
Yeah.
just-
So if you're
yeah,
watching
fun.
this right now and you're not from Wisconsin, we're curious. What kind of games do you have at bars in your state? Let us know.
Yeah.
For sure. I
Drop
would
it in
love
the
to know
comments. I'm really curious.
That's a good question.
that. We got off the rails there. We have topics. Actual
We do have-
topics
we
we
do
wanted to
have
talk
topics.
about.
Actual shit we want to talk about.
Um,
So first one. Oh, I didn't mean to steal your thunder there.
No, go
Oh my
for it.
God.
You're the producer. Producer beef.
I am.
Producer.
What do I do here?
Drink.
Besides drinking.
What is my
Drinking, no
function?
things.
Talk about-
Speaking of drinking, let's talk about this real quick.
Oh, dude,
You've got yours sitting out.
I already finished mine. That's how good it is.
I'll be done soon, and then we'll move on to the next one.
We shout out to episode 0 of Feelin Lucky.
You can't really
This is
tell.
the bar, or this is the bar. This is the beer that we thought we had for the first, however long.
Yeah, the
of
first
the
like
episode.
Up until we looked at the label and we realized
Show
we don't
one
have
more
the
time.
fucking-
yeah, get it nice and
Sure.
close.
It is the new Glarus Raspberry Tart. It is so good. I
Yeah,
think
it
I looked
is.
it up, and it's I want to say it's the 3rd ranked New Glarus beer, which says a lot because New Glarus, all of their beers are super good. But it's seasonal, and this is the one that we thought we had when we actually had the strawberry rhubarb.
I just to go really off the rails. One of the guys on my golf team back in college, he worked for a beer distributor as like a stocker,
Okay.
and then moved up to be like one of the like sales people that just sold directly. And this was right when New Glarus just came out with Spotted Cow,
Oh my god.
and apparently it sold terribly. They were actually like apparently about to discontinue it because no one bought it.
That's so
And then
crazy.
up at the EAA Air Show in Oshkosh, there was like a couple bars that had specials on them,
Yeah.
and people started drinking them, and that's like
I realized
in
how
that
great of a
area it
beer it
really
was.
picked up popularity, and I guess that's what saved
That's crazy to think about.
Spotted Cow.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
that's the story as he tells it.
The
That could
EAA Air
completely.
Show, isn't that I might be speaking out of turn, but I thought it was like one of the biggest air shows in the country.
I'm pretty sure it is.
It might be the biggest, but because one of my internships was I'm an accounting major, and one of my internships was actually for a marketing firm, and I was doing the accounting for them. But one of their biggest clients was the EAA Air Show, and they talked about it being the biggest on the planet.
It's so big, in fact. When I was stationed in North Carolina going through flight school, we actually had guys go out to the EAA Air Show.
No kidding.
No shit. At the squadron I was at for training. And I tried to get on that because I was from Wisconsin, but I wasn't actually in the flight stage yet.
Oh,
so that's crazy.
But like my buddies who were from Wisconsin got to go to it. And I was like super jealous.
That was one of our like big events every year. I mean, I was only there. I only interned there for a summer. But it was kind of interesting. I hadn't heard of it before because it's in Oshkosh, right?
Yeah.
Which is like 2 hours north of us.
Mm-hmm.
And but yeah, it's huge. One of the very big things in Wisconsin.
It's pretty awesome.
Off the rails again. But that was a good off the rails. So back to topics, because we have a lot of them that we want to get through on this first episode before we get too drunk.
Yes.
This is going to be some housekeeping.
I was about to say, because I'm
feeling lucky
I'm almost
housekeeping.
done, so we're going to be in beer number 2 here in a second.
I'm ready for
One more. What do you guys think of the Raspberry Tart?
Dude, it's fucking good.
It's really good,
Yeah,
right?
I'm a fan.
I love it.
What do you like more of this or the strawberry rhubarb? Because both of them, I believe, are seasonal.
Yeah.
Summer seasonal. Raspberry Tart is the one that I've had before, and I think I don't know that I told this story on the pilot, but I was drinking it like for drinking games, and I hated it. It was back like my sophomore or junior year of college, and one of my roommates had a big, huge bottle of it, like a champagne-looking bottle. I don't know what those are called for beer.
40?
Basically. But I hated it, and then I had it again when I was like more mature and actually just drinking beer.
More mature. He means older. He means
Whatever.
older.
Yeah. But I think it's so good now. So what do you guys think?
I think so. It is really good. It's fucking phenomenal. However, it is a tart beer, and I am not really. I wouldn't say I'm not a fan. I think I like the strawberry rhubarb more because I remember it being a little bit more smoother.
It was yeah,
a little bit sweeter almost. Yeah.
Which I like a little bit more. But if you like tart beers, if you like sour and stuff like that, you're gonna like this.
Isn't it kind of weird though? I almost think that I could drink more of these than the strawberry rhubarb, just because like super sweet beers. I don't know. Maybe I need to have the strawberry rhubarb again, or be in a not as drunk state of mind when I'm talking about it. But
you have to give me both side by side, and then I can actually give you a fair.
That's probably what it is. But I think I could drink a bunch of these. We were actually out. I was out with both of you.
It's a raspberry night, boys.
Oh, what do we got here?
Oh,
we got some
God.
Raspberry Wit by Foxtown Brewing.
Ooh, where's Foxtown Brewing?
Little brewery out of Mequon, Wisconsin.
All right, gentlemen, I got a little pop quiz for you.
Ooh, hit me with it.
All right, so
not gotten to a single. That's fine. That's totally fine.
We're off the rails again.
I love this.
We're derailed again. All right, so this beer, this Raspberry Wit that JJ just handed us, has an IBU of 15. What's an IBU? What does it stand for? What does it mean?
Irritable bowel unit.
Yeah.
There's 15 of them. It's going to ravage my insides in the morning.
Nope. Not even close.
It's bitterness, right?
It is. What does it stand for?
I don't know. I just know.
Wait, it's actually bitterness?
Yeah, I know that's what it has to do. It has to do with bitterness.
So it stands for International Bitterness Units.
Gotcha.
And the higher the number, the more bitter it is.
Really?
Yeah.
International bitterness. So that's like a worldwide scale,
it's international.
How do you make a scale of bitterness? Because that's so like subjective, right?
I think it's like based on other beers. You have to base it on.
Yeah, that's the only way you can do that, right?
Yeah.
This is what 3 guys talking about beer that have no idea what.
zero clue.
And they just believe me. I could just be fucking blowing smoke up their ass, and they'd be like, "Yeah, it sounds good."
Hey, if you are, I'm enjoying it. So.
Not gonna say no to smoke being blown in my ass. That's for sure.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Anyway, holy cow!
Here we go. Let's get back to it.
This is gonna.
This cuts deep.
This episode is coming out the 16th of August, so this is relatively recent news.
Yep.
Beef, take it away.
So this past week, unfortunately, with the whole COVID virus, a lot of conferences within the NCAA have been announcing that they've been canceling their upcoming seasons for football, and the Big Ten hopped on that train. So the Big Ten season is actually canceled, and we are pissed about
Devastated.
it. We are pissed off.
Heartbreaking.
Pissed is the right word, but devastated is like, that's actually how I feel. I hate the idea of not having college football.
Dude, I
but
hate
not
the idea
having Badgers
not
football.
having Badgers, not being able to go to a Badger game this fall.
That's gonna be the first time in like.
I think that's the
years.
first time for sure since I went to college.
Yeah.
I know every year none of us went to UW-Madison, but
Everyone ends up there at
Badgers-
some point for
Badgers
every
are
game.
such a big deal, and Badgers producer Beef, maybe you can fact check this, but the Badgers not Camp Randall, but Madison is the it's always number 1 and number 2 for best tailgate school.
Yeah, and I think Barstool Sports had like a top 25 colleges for partying, and I'm pretty sure Madison was number 1.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah,
And
like not doubt it one bit.
so there's a couple questions I want to ask with this. Couple of ones that you guys might not be expecting.
All right.
So, Madison, number 1 football school, or number 1 tailgate school, whatever. At what age do you think we're too old to be in the student section?
Ooh.
Are we
I
approaching
feel like
it?
I was too old last year when I went.
That was so funny when we went last year.
Yeah.
And we were like.
Because we were behind those girls that were like 18.
That's true.
Yeah. We were.
yeah,
So
yeah.
we're in the stands, and then there was the girls behind us, and we overheard them talking about like if they were going to choose Madison or not as their like school.
Yeah.
So we're
Holy crap! I don't
we're-
remember that. I
we're
was super drunk.
We're assuming that that they were probably like 18, probably fresh. 17, 18, probably
I
like.
Probably
didn't
freshman.
make out with them or anything.
No,
So
literally didn't even talk to them outside the fact of overhearing that.
I remember one of them said like I could be their dad. And I was like,
I don't remember that.
I don't remember that, but
Oh my
that
God.
probably means we're too old.
I'm like, bitch, I might be your dad.
You are the one of us that's graying, so.
I was gonna say you can call me daddy, but because they're underage, that's probably problematic.
It's
Well, if they're freshmen, they're fine.
yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It was the end of the school year.
Anyways,
No, that one makes sense.
I don't know though
Like,
because
whatever.
I always I know my I don't know if she still does, but my stepmom's sister graduated from UW-Madison, and she had a tradition every year where she went back and sat in the student section.
You see adults in the student section for sure.
There's
So I was
like,
gonna
and
say, like-
she did it up until I don't know what age. I don't even know how old she is now.
Because if I went to
But-
Madison after getting out of the military, you got bet your ass I'd be in the student section.
I think that there's a gap. So I think you can do the student section up till you're like 25, 26. And then after, like, when you're 27 in the student section, I think it's a little weird. And I think the only reason is because everyone assumes you're, like, there to pick up girls and, like, party in Madison.
Yeah.
But then once you hit, like, 35, like, everyone's well aware that you're just there to, like, relive college. And so 35 plus, it becomes acceptable
And then
again.
you're like a novelty almost. Like when the young kids see you, they're like, "Oh my god!" You're
Yeah,
so
for
wonderful."
sure. Yeah, you're gonna end up on the Jumbotron, photos will be taken.
But
Like,
yeah.
especially when you start beer balling in, like
Yeah.
I thought about that this year when we were going to, because Jay Brew from Happy Hour, we were planning. You guys were gonna come to
Yeah.
the Appalachian State Wisconsin Badger game, and we were gonna do a big Hops News thing there. But obviously now Big Ten's canceled, and that game was canceled a long time ago. Big Ten was only considering conference games. But we wouldn't. I don't think we would have sat in the student section with them.
Real question: do you think we could have beaten Ohio State this year?
No.
Yeah.
How do you think the teams are going
what's
to
his name?
be?
Justin Fields, right? Fields, who's their quarterback?
I don't know.
I think it's Fields.
Is it?
Gotta look that up.
Anyway.
But how do you think the teams are going to be next year?
Well, so this
Is everyone just going to suck? Are we going to watch
No.
mediocre football and just rejoice it?
So this is the next question because Jay has brought this up multiple times. Jay Brew follows college football, Appalachian State, much closer than I follow any college football, or maybe I follow it like more in general. But he like is very into it. He thinks that this could be like the demise of the Big Ten, and I am not. I don't know that he's far off because there have been rumors Michigan, Ohio State, Nebraska, and possibly Wisconsin are all considering leaving the Big Ten. If another conference is going to play,
Yeah.
all those schools are big enough and all of them want to play football.
Yeah.
They're considering leaving. And if that's not going to happen, a bunch of the big name football players are wanting to transfer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where does that what
Ooh.
I don't
So,
know.
oh my god. So if either one of those two things happen, you know, if you have Ohio State, Michigan, and Wisconsin leaving the Big Ten,
Mhm.
that leaves no. I mean, the Big Ten is just like nothing anymore. You know, I mean,
It's
what,
I mean like you got
Penn
Michigan State,
Minnesota?
Penn State. Penn State I thought was another one too that was thinking about because they are big enough.
I mean, they're all big enough schools. That's why they're in the Big Ten.
But like just because they're the first and we should say Pac-12, right? Pac-12 said that they're not playing,
I don't doubt it.
and then what was it? Big Ten, Pac-12. There was one conference that said that they are.
SEC maybe.
No, they haven't announced yet. It was Big Ten and another one are out, and then one's in. Whatever. We don't have to fact check that. But the biggest one, obviously, is the Big Ten, and their big schools are pissed, and they're thinking about leaving.
Well, yeah. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, you got to play. Wisconsin said that they're going to lose out on $70 million.
All schools are. Ohio State was the best.
Ohio State.
Was one of
It
the
is
best teams in
Justin
the
Fields,
league.
by the way. I was right. Justin Fields is there. He's going to be number 2. He's going to be the number 2 NFL draft pick behind Trevor Lawrence, most likely, unless he had a breakout season. But if he wants to go for that number 1, he's not going to be able to do it
At Ohio
not
State.
playing. He's not going to be able to do it not playing. So
Yeah.
if Ohio,
You should
Ohio
transfer
State,
to Clemson and say Trevor Clemson.
have them duke it out.
That'd be hilarious.
That would be nuts.
But then Clemson would be the best fucking school. There, you know,
I don't
fucking
know,
Justin
man.
Fields and Trevor Lawrence.
I don't know. It's tough. We're extremely disappointed.
That sucks.
I don't
It
know.
really sucks.
Like I don't know what else to say.
I don't know if I could ever see Wisconsin not being in the Big Ten though, because like, what conference would they join? The Big
It's
East.
weird. I mean, they would almost have to make another one. There's also been rumors that this is going to be just the downfall. Like SEC is going to take over completely.
Dude, what if that would be crazy? If like
Just get out of the
Michigan-
NCAA because none of them really have ties to the NCAA. Like they don't have to be there. If they just left and made their own thing,
But if they made
where
their
they can
own-
like pay players and stuff like that.
But if they made their
Yeah.
own conference within the NCAA, if like Ohio State, Michigan, Wisconsin, Nebraska, if they all left, and
That'd be crazy.
and along with other teams around the fucking nation, if they all left and formed their own conference, that would be the new conference.
That
Oh,
I mean,
for
that,
sure.
and
That
that would
would
be
be-
like
that
all
would-
of college
That would be the
football.
new Big Ten.
Call it
For
the
sure.
Big 11, just as a big
Yeah.
after the Big 10. Yeah.
I don't
The
know.
bigger 10.
Size doesn't matter. That's
Yeah.
what my mom tells me.
The size doesn't matter. 10.
I don't know. That's our, I guess, Big Ten. I know Jay was kind of wanting my opinion behind it, our opinion behind it, because it is. It fucking sucks,
sucks, man.
man. This will be the first year, obviously, the first year ever that we don't have college football. We might still, I think we're still going to have college football in the South,
Yeah.
but no Big Ten.
Yeah, I can still see Big 12 and SEC going at it, you know? They
We'll
got
see.
like Texas, Oklahoma, like those schools, like
Mhm.
they're definitely playing.
Next topic.
I was gonna say on the topic of things being canceled, Brownie Bash is officially canceled.
I think we just said in our last episode that we were going to Brownie Bash. Very sad. It's at Pontoon Brewery. I still want to have Pontoon on Feelin Lucky. They're for sure, I forget what the exact date is, but they're coming on Happy Hour.
That'll be awesome.
I'm excited for that.
I really hope we can still get some of those beers sent up to us because I like
some.
the theme. It seemed cool.
I have
Yeah, it's something with it tastes a little more hoppy too. I'd say.
You think so?
I think.
Yeah,
so.
it's definitely more hoppy because this is way more tart.
Yeah.
It doesn't actually say.
Does it say the? Do you have the alcohol percentage of this?
I can.
Because if I were to guess, I would say that has more alcohol in it. This just is like smoother, lighter, and it's only 4.2. So.
And only 4.2. Anything over like 3.5, I'm like, well, no, easy.
What do you drink that's 3.5? Michelob Ultra?
Yeah.
So according to Beer Advocates, the ABV for Raspberry Tart from the Glarus Brewing Company is 4%.
Oh.
Oh, so I'm totally off.
We got 0.2 on ya.
So this one has 0.2. Could hops.
Which I guess also makes sense because it tastes more like beer to me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Than the tart. Again, we don't know anything about beer.
No, I don't know a fucking thing about this.
But it's good. I think this is more crushable than the tart.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I could have a bunch of these.
Oh yeah, for
Could
sure.
sit and just go through a 6-pack of these. Like
It's
right
a little bit lighter.
So like we'll almost do that tonight.
Not as.
be a shame. All right, back to
Anyway,
we are just.
All right, let's get back on the rails.
I don't know what's going on, but we have
Blame the drinking.
another like hour and a half of this. It'll be tough.
Jesus Christ.
Nah, not that long. We'll be fine. All right, take us away.
Dear Lucky, what is a drink that you can't drink anymore? Or, what is an alcohol that you cannot drink anymore? Or beer you can't drink anymore? What is something that ruined, drinking it for you and you can't have it anymore?
So I cannot even smell it. Cherry Svedka.
Really?
When I went to college,
that is a college story.
No, when I went to college, so there are a couple of times. This is all I drink because Svedka, it's a vodka that's pretty cheap, and the cherry, I think that my mom's gonna be so pissed. But this was something that she drank a lot of, and so like I had it when I was younger. And she got mad at me last time I said my mom drinks. She's brought it up every time that I've seen her since. But whatever.
Love that.
She cherry Svedka and like that. So that's what I got when I went to school. Anytime like I would have someone buy alcohol for me when I was underage. Whatever.
We've been there.
Filling up the water bottle.
Yeah, and that was the time that it absolutely killed it for me was Summerfest. Going to Summerfest one year.
Ooh.
So Summerfest, what I would do, this was after my freshman year of college, you would I would only fill it up halfway, like just a water bottle of like straight vodka or rum or whatever I could find in a liquor cabinet that wasn't mine. And there was, at one point during the summer, I had a full bottle of Cherry Svedka, and we got tickets to Zach Brown Band. Amazing! It was going to be such an amazing concert. I got the tickets for free, but the guy that brought me, he was like, hey, we should finish a full water bottle before we go in. Full water bottle of vodka.
The amounts of straight liquor you drink, vodka specifically, when you're like a freshman in college is unparalleled.
Just because, like, you can't take it in. They pat you down when you get into the thing or get to the door. And I was so gone. I remember getting off the bus, walking to the bathroom, and then I remember swaying back and forth at the first urinal and then black for the rest of, not the rest of the night, black until I got on the bus to go back, and I came to puking on the bus.
Nice.
Puking on my shoes on the bus. And so, like, the girl I was with at the time, she, like, called my parents because I was just such a, like, drunk asshole. Absolutely terrible person. She called my parents to come pick us up because obviously nobody could drive, or I drove, and, like, I wouldn't give her my keys. I was just being a drunk asshole. I don't remember any of it. But the hangover that I had the next day, I literally cannot smell Cherry Svedka To this day.
So this is, once again, we're going off the rails. But speaking of the water bottle and Summerfest specifically,
God.
do you remember, this was maybe 3 years ago of Summerfest, 2 or 3, and we went like almost every single day to Summerfest. Yeah, and by like, the booze there are so expensive, so by day number 4, I'm just overspending money.
Yeah.
So, like he does, we were at your cousin's.
Okay.
They were having like a house party.
Yes.
And we ran to the liquor store and we got like, it was a plastic bottle of booze. Being in line, like trying to figure out what I'm going to do with this bottle of vodka. So I ended up just taking it and I just shove it straight like down inside my boxers, walk through the security line, and the like buzzer goes off. And I'm sitting there like, what the fuck? Like, what? And then I remember I'm wearing my belt and I totally forgot to take it off. So like the lady comes up to me with the wand and she's like, hey, it's probably your belt. Let me see. So she's just wanding around me. Wand's like, my shirt's over my belt. Wand's where the belt is. It goes off. She's like, okay, I just need to see the belt. I was like, yeah, sure. And so I pull it up just enough so you can see the belt buckle. And she goes, no, like, because people put flasks in their waistband, like, I need you to pull this like all the way up. I was like, oh, fuck. So I pull it up, and the water bottle is completely like under my boxers, and it looks like I just have the biggest hard on of my life. And this female security guard just looks at me and looks up and goes, good for you, man. Just waves me in.
What would you have done if you would have like reached out and touched it? Like just to confirm, like, sorry, dude, I just gotta make sure that's your dick.
You should have said that. Like, hey, you want to touch it?
Yeah, just some little security guards. Just the uniform really gets me going.
You're like, what are you doing later?
But so that's just a hilarious smuggling booze story.
Jesus Christ. That's so good.
I don't know that.
So what was your?
Oh,
I don't think you gave the what.
I did not. No, we went off the rails a little bit. But the drink that I can't drink anymore has got to be rum and cokes. And it's not your case where it's not that like smelling it gets me sick. It's just that I drink them so fast that I'll do like 5 of them in like 10 minutes and just black out.
They just go down. So
they just, oh my god, I just inhale
rum and
them.
anything, dude. Like when we were in Platteville drinking rum and root beers. Like,
oh, those are dangerous.
Little Ronnie root beer.
Yeah.
Ron
like,
Diaz. Shout
I
out
don't know
Ron
what the
Diaz.
fuck happened the rest of the night. And,
Yeah, Red and Deb's $2. Let's go.
That was was it at Red and Deb's? They had a root beer on tap.
Yeah.
So they would do.
yeah.
It was like Potosi root beer. Potosi, one of my favorite breweries. They had a root beer on tap, so they would just do like a little bit of rum, and then the root beer on tap, and it tastes so good.
It was so fucking good.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
those-
good.
Yeah.
And you can't, I don't think, like, I've tried it with other rums. It has to be Ron Diaz.
That's
It
true.
just completes the taste.
Very true. It just something about it, and like Ronnie root beer.
Yeah,
That
Ron,
was,
Ron over at Peach Vodka.
So peach vodka.
Peach vodka.
It's not because I like enjoyed drinking peach vodka at the time. It's because I was 19 and that's all we had. And
Was this when you were deployed?
so I was stationed in North Carolina.
Okay.
And my buddy was married at the time, and him and his wife just got a new apartment down in North Carolina. And so his wife, moved out from Oklahoma. They were getting settled in. I was helping them unpack one night, and we were like, just get, have a few drinks, get fucked up. I was like, yeah, sure, sounds good. And the only thing they brought was red wine and peach vodka. So we're like taking pulls of peach vodka straight from the fucking bottle, just hanging out in their living room. And then we drank all the peach vodka. And so we're like, well, fuck, we still want to drink. So they're like, get the fucking red wine. So we were mixing red wine with peach vodka. So we blacked out that night after puking all over their fucking bathroom of peach vodka and red wine. And I remember waking up the next morning on the fucking couch, like, what the fuck happened? And his wife, like, she was so cool about it. She's like, yeah, you guys had too much to drink last night, and I just cleaned it up for you. It's all good. I was like, oh my god, it feels so bad.
What a saint.
What a
Yeah,
saint,
she was cool. I mean, she cheated on him, so that's
So she wasn't cool. Fuck you.
Fuck that bitch.
Whatever.
Thanks for cleaning up my puke.
Yeah. Glad he puked. I'm
Years
glad
later,
he
I think it was years later, and I don't remember when or where, but like someone had a bottle of peach vodka, and I remember smelling it, and it just instantly took me back to that night, and I was like, I can't do this. I can't fucking do this.
too good.
It's a classic too much.
I
brewery story.
think everybody has that alcohol that they like. They just can't go back to it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I guess maybe like if we're talking hard alcohol, it might be that screwball night. I don't know if I can do. I don't know if I can do any more screwball after that night.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I love screwball though. I still do screwball to this day.
No, I haven't had it since.
Even after that night.
I haven't
That
had it
was
since.
such a good night though.
That was a good quality.
JJ and I, he was having a rough day. So he was like, "You want to get fucked up?" It was a Monday night, And
Wow, drinking on a Monday.
Yeah,
we
what
weren't
degenerates.
just talking about that earlier
That's
this
a common
episode.
theme.
Yeah, that's what this is.
So he's like, he's just having a rough day. He's like, dude, I just want to get fucked up tonight. I was like, all right, cool. And I just happened to have a bottle of Screwball in our liquor cabinet. So I'm like, we were just hanging out, playing card games, drinking, and we put down the entire bottle of fucking Screwball. And then JJ's like, hey, let's go to the bar. I was like, okay, fine. So we go to the fucking bar downtown, and we had a drink there. We had another shot of Screwball there, and I think I had another drink. And then one of our buddies hits us up like, "Hey, we're doing karaoke at a bar in Milwaukee." So like,
we went to a bar before the karaoke bar.
Yeah, we went to. I think we went to Rogues or Duke's.
Oh, I
We
do
went to
remember
Rogues.
that. I do remember that. Yes.
We went to Rogues.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do have memories
So
of
it was a
that.
Monday night. And then I don't remember who. I think it was Jack hit us up.
This has been a Hops News production. You can find Hops News on all your favorite podcasts and social media platforms at Hops News. Cheers.